Hey everyone, welcome. This is your morning mobility routine. You can do it at any other time as well. You can use it as a warm-up, but it's particularly good to do it in the morning. Basically, after a full night's sleep, we are trying to get some blood flowing around your body, so increasing that blood flow. We're trying to get some movement going through your joints, and we're just trying to stimulate your body, stimulate your nervous system, wake it up and get it ready for the day. But you can absolutely do this at any other time as part of a warm-up. But we're going to start down on the mat. So you don't actually need a mat. You could do this on your bedroom floor, wherever is comfortable. You don't have to get changed into your workout gear. You can just get moving. So we're going to start with hands down underneath your shoulders, knees under hips. So we're going to be rolling through that spine. Simple cat and cow, so going flexion and extension. So we're taking a breath in. Deep breath in through your nose, and as you exhale, pelvis tucking under, head dropping down, and spine lifting all the way up to the ceiling. Deep breath. And then start with your pelvis. Start to move that pelvis up and out behind. Spine drops down to floor and your head comes up last. We're going again. Deep breath. Pelvis tucks first. We're lifting up. So you should feel those hips pushing forwards. Distancing those shoulder blades. So you're lifting out at the top of the back. And then lifting up at the back. Pelvis first. Spine down to the mat, head up last. 2 more. Just rolling under. Nice deep breaths throughout. And last time. Tucking under. And then all the way up and out in that pelvis. And then we're going to come back to neutral. Okay, we're going to step your left leg forwards and then your right leg straightens out with the back, lifting that right knee up, and we're opening out on this left arm, rotating round. If that feels too much for you, you can pop that back knee down, just take a bit of the pressure off, and then bring the arm back round. Inhale, exhale to up and round. So this is called the world's greatest stretch. I cannot tell you why, but it definitely feels good. And we're up and out. We'll do one more this side. And then work opposite side. And pop that hand down, back knee down. Draw that leg through. Again, you've got that option to keep that back knee down onto the mat if you want to, or tuck those toes. Straighten out the back leg. Open it round. Two more this side. And last one. Big inhale at the bottom. And then exhale as you thread round. Fingertips all the way up to the ceiling. And bring that hand down. Back knee down. If it's not down already, bring that knee through. Hands still under your shoulders. We're going to go up into a pike stretch. Starting to lengthen out hamstrings. Get some hips moving, and then we're down into an extended spine. So we're taking a breath here. Exhale as you lift up, hips high. Try and get your heels down behind if you can. You might find first couple of times you don't quite get there because we're still warming up. And then we're coming back down, forwards, sinking those hips down towards the floor, toes out behind, and head up. And then toes tuck under, lift those hips, heels down. So pushing that body back, think about upper body back down between your arms. And then lifting up on those heels. When your hands are over those, or hands under your shoulders, sorry, you're going to drop knees down and just untuck those toes. Deep breath, toes tuck under, push up. And all the way down. We're going to go one more. And then we're coming all the way down onto the mat, lifting up. All the way down. Taking those toes out. And then we're going to lower yourself all the way down to the floor. Okay, you need a bit of space here. You need both arms spread out, one either side. I'm going to move to this side. Let's get these arms out. And bodies down. We're going to start to get a bit of rotation still in your spine. Up and out front of your body. So we're going to start left leg. Stretch that left leg out behind. Lift up. And we're bending in. So your knee is elevated off the floor. And we're starting to stretch on that hip flex at the front. And then we're going to roll, taking that foot down to side behind. And then back to the top. And just lengthen that leg back out. Stretch, get some length in that leg. Start to lift, bend at the knee. And then roll it over. Holding. All the way back round. And straighten out that leg. Opposite side. Stretch. In that hip flexor. And then roll across. Taking that foot all the way around to the side. Lengthen out in that leg. Last time. Reach out with those toes. Bend in at your knee. And then take that leg over. Find that stretch. And then bring yourself all the way back in. Hands are going to come underneath. Just give yourself a little push up all the way up to the top. We're going to come to kneel, so knees out just about as wide as the mat. We're going to be getting a stretch over again, thinking about opening out the front of your body. One hand, so we'll start left hand down behind you. Right hand is going to go onto the inside of your right knee. And we're lifting up. We're going to push those hips forwards and reach up towards the ceiling. And then bring it back down. If that feels too much in your back, you can just lift. You're still going to get that stretch and extension in your spine, but then that hip forward starts to open out hip flexors, front of your body more. So see how you feel in your back. Again, you might need a couple of times to warm up. We'll go one more this side and then we'll switch. And down. Opposite side. So left hand comes to the inside of your left knee, right hand's at the back, lifting up, reaching back. Think about those fingertips reaching away from you. And then lower those hips back down. Again, you've got that option, keeping those hips down. Just reaching, getting some length. Feel those ribs lifting up at the front. Two more. And last one, deep breaths. And then release all the way down. We're going to come round onto all fours. So hands now again underneath. And we're going to take one leg out to the side. We'll start left leg. You need these toes, so this foot, left foot is flat with your toes pointing forwards. And we're going to try and aim to keep that foot down and in contact with the floor. If for any reason you struggle to do that, just let that foot roll. We're going to start to lengthen out the back of your leg. But if you play with that foot positioning, you'll find the stretch down the back of your leg is slightly different. So move your foot around, see how it feels. Hands underneath your shoulders. And then we're just easing back. So you're trying to keep a straight line from your tailbone to the top of your head. So try not to round off in your spine. Just think about length, reaching out the top of your head, and you're sitting those hips back down onto that heel at the back. So you should feel that stretch all down the inside of your leg. Start to think about hamstrings as well, especially with that foot pointing forwards. And then lifting back up. Inhale, exhale, ease back. And then lift. 2 more this side. One more. And then all the way back to the top. Bring that leg in. Opposite side now. Straighten it out. Find your foot positioning. Flat foot down, toes forward if you can. And then ease it back. Oh, I'm definitely feeling it more on this side. And back to the top. Deep breath. Exhale. And all the way back up. 2 more. And last one. And we're coming all the way up. Draw that leg in. Coming into pigeon stretch, what you'll probably be familiar with. So we're going to bring your left knee forward, place it on the inside of that left hand, and we're straightening out that right leg at the back, trying to sink down into that stretch. And you've got options here. We can just hold that stretch here, or if you're feeling like you want to, you could just walk those hands forwards, taking your body down. So great stretch for your lower body, glutes. Again, getting these hips nice and open. And then just walk those hands back in. Deep breath. And we'll go down one more time. So you don't need to go all the way down to the floor. You can just ease your hands forwards. Again, trying to stay quite long in your spine. So try not to round off. If you just round off now, you'll feel that pull here, that stretch here, just ease off. So really straighten out, keep those eyes going forwards. And walk hands forward if you want to, taking your body down. Just a few seconds hold. Nice steady breath. And then draw those hands back in. We need to switch sides. So you can tuck your toes under at the back. Just push down into those toes. Just get yourself lifted off the mat. And then switch those legs. So right knee comes through. Left leg stretches all the way out behind. Sinking down. So find your position. Get that length in your spine. And then when you're ready, and if you want to, and you feel comfortable, you start to walk those hands forwards. Body as far down as you want to go. And obviously the more you do this, the more you practice, the more mobile you're going to be in your body. And the further down towards the floor you might get. This is a really good stretch if you spend quite a lot of time sitting. Stretches out really deep inside those glute muscles. Which is important when you spend a lot of time sat on your bum. Stretch forwards and reach down. Walk those hands back in. And bring that leg round. You're going to come to sit round on your side or with your legs to the side. We're going to go into a side bend. So you want your legs folded up around to side. So your feet going one way and we're going to be stretching across the other way. the arm, the hand that is on the side of your feet, you're going to stretch it up. So we're trying to sit as tall as possible. So you might find you've got the hip mobility to sit down. You might find that you're already leaned over. Either is fine. But if you can, this is where we're aiming for. If you're already leaned over, we're then going to bring opposite hand down and we're going to stretch and reach. You're trying to get your elbow down onto the floor and then we're reaching across. You want to feel these ribs at the top lifting up towards the ceiling. Deep breaths in, inhale, and then exhale down. So just holding this position, working with breath. Inhale and exhale. One more deep breath in and breathe it out. And then we're going to lift up, so take that breath in through your nose. As you exhale, push down into that hand at the bottom and lift yourself back up. Switch those legs round. So working with that breath in that position, you're basically stretching yourself out from the inside out. So fold these legs round, opposite side. Hand that is on the side of the feet lifts up. If you're over slightly already, again, that's fine. We're going to reach further away, that hand at the bottom, out to the side, elbow down and reaching over. Ribs to the ceiling. Inhale in. Exhale down. Deep breaths. 2 more. And last one. And then breathe yourself all the way back up. Okay, we're going to come round, hands down in front of you. And we're crouching down. So your toes tucked under at the back, heels down underneath your hip. Just push your hands down into the floor to lift and elevate those knees. I'm going to step my feet forward because I'm not going to roll up. With that radiator behind me, hands down. And we're going to try and stand up in this crouch position, straightening out in your legs. So we're taking a deep breath. And as you exhale, head goes down, hips go up to the ceiling. And then release down. So you're trying to keep your hands down in contact with the floor for as long as possible, straightening out those legs. So if at any point you need to elevate those hands, then do. So heels of your hands can come off, fingertips can just be down. We'll go one more. Deep breath. And then we're going to exhale, roll and restack all the way up to the top. Lifting those shoulders and rolling everything back round. We're going to finish with a bit of a hip hinge. So take your feet out just about as wide as your hips. We're keeping a straight spine. We're hinging forward from these hips. So deep breath, hands onto the hips for a sense check. And as you exhale, hips go back behind you, body goes down. So we're trying to get your body down so it works to a 90 degree to the floor. Again, try not to round off because you will feel all that stretch down the back of your legs disappear. So you've got nice extended spine. Lengthen your spine. And then stand it. Inhale. Exhale, hinge. So you'll feel that stretch all the way down the backs of those legs. 2 more. And ease off. Last time. And down we go. Reaching out the top of your head, reaching out your tailbone. Finding that stretch down your legs. And then lifting all the way up to the top. And that is you finished. That's you all mobilised. So hopefully morning mobility, you find it useful. Again, use it throughout the day. Use it throughout your workouts if you want a bit of a warm-up. And also if you've been sat down all day, it's a great thing just to get up, have a bit of a movement break, get moving, do part of it, do all of it, whatever time you've got. But I hope you enjoy it and I hope it helps.